Alright, hello lads, I welcome you all to a new video. Today we are continuing from last time, which is, well, speaking to Monika, apparently the afterlife. Yeah, let's do this. What happened after she got back home the last day I spoke to her? Can she see what's been going on since she passed? But most importantly, why? All of these questions, and I can't bring myself to ask any of them. I just look at her and realize how much I've truly missed her. It may have only been a few weeks for some people, but for me, it's felt like a lifetime. I suddenly rush up to Monika, tears now streaming down my cheeks. I tightly wrap my arms around her in an almost vice-like grip and bury my face against her exposed shoulder, holding my eyes shut as I do. I lose track of how long I've spent sobbing. I guess every single question I have, every memory we made, and every day without her decided to amalgamate and come out all at once. I missed you, Monika. I missed you so damn much. My voice remained shaky and strained. Every night, I keep asking myself what happened. I keep asking myself what I should have done differently. I keep telling myself I should have done more. Sweetheart, I know I could have done more. I could have done anything to help you get out of there, but I didn't. I was too busy trying to hide the fact that I'm a wreck. I caused Atazoth, just stop. Monika's voice breaks as she wraps her own arms around me. My voice falls silent as I start to feel Monika's heartbeat racing. Stop trying to blame yourself for something I chose to do. You weren't ever to blame for that. Then why, Monika? Why did you do it? She falls silent. Whether due to the unintentional aggressive manner I asked that question, or solely because I asked in the first place, I don't know. Eventually, though, she breaks away from our embrace. I lift my head up and open my eyes to face her. Monika looks off to the side, deep in thought. She takes a deep, partially audible breath and then looks right back at me. I never planned to kill myself that morning, you know? Her voice catches. No one ever told you what happened, did they? I wordlessly shake my head. She sighs remorsefully. After I got home that day, I found out that Dad had planned to send me overseas to a business school. Like, sign the application in my name and everything. Obviously, I wasn't going to have that. We got into another argument. I accidentally broke my phone. And, this time, he hit me. He... Her voice chokes. I sheepishly approach her but stop dead in my tracks as soon as she opens eyes again. My own father told me he never wanted me. That's how bad it got. She clenches her eyes shut, possibly to stop herself from crying more than she already has. I just stand there in utter dismay. Monika, I'm speechless. Can I even tell her I'm sorry? She can tell it wasn't my fault, all she wants. But I can't help but still feel otherwise. I just wanted to get out of there. I wanted to run. I just wanted to see you again, Atazoth. God, I felt so alone without you. She pauses and said that I cannot speak. She pauses and takes another breather. Still, I can't think of a single thing to say. She presses on. I didn't even sleep that night. I just stayed up, worrying about you, and panicking about what I was going to do. When I woke up that morning, there was only one idea that came to my mind. Even if I did run off and stay at yours, it'd only be lots of ASMR. It'd only be a matter of time till he'd show up. I already hurt you enough, Atazoth. Hell, I've been doing it after I've gone. Please, Atazoth, for the sake of your own well-being, forget about me. I already made my choice. Don't let me keep dragging you down. Monika turns and starts walking away, her sobs barely concealed. My heart sinks. I can't just forget about her like that. After what we've been through, not a chance in the world. Monika, wait up. I manage to catch up with her. She turns to look back at me. Her expression is stern and blank. Her arms lay limp at her side. We stand apart for a moment before I sheepishly approach her and place my trembling hands upon her shoulders. I gaze longingly into her damp, yet still beautiful eyes, trying my hardest to keep myself together. There is no way I could ever forget you. Never in a million years. My fingers gently cascade down her arms until I'm gently squeezing her hands in my own. I love you, Monika. I still do. Monika sighs as she locks her fingers with mine. Atazoth, I love you too, but you need to let me go. Besides, all I ever did was put you under immense stress. I dragged you along for the ride. I was selfish. I hurt. Monika, please, just listen to me. My voice is shudderly and barely above a whisper, but Monika is seemingly able to hear me. She falls silent, her eyes still shut. It is true that after I found out about your dad, I got worried. Some nights, I did lose sleep because I was scared about what may or may not have been happening to you. But I promised that I'd never give up on you, and I didn't plan breaking the promise anytime soon. I never stopped loving you. My voice catches. Monika opens her eyes and looks deeply into mine. There aren't any words from either of us for a good while. Just the two of us, together, locked in each other's gaze, with that lock only momentarily broken by our blinking. The only sound that surrounds us is that of the heavenly breeze that brushes our skin. Monika's lips then slowly curl to form a thoughtful, longing, and above all, gentle smile. Aside from the liquid brimming her eyelids, it is the exact same smile that she would give me during some of our more intimate moments. Quite honestly, I've missed that smile just as much as I missed the girl it belongs to. I can't remember if I ever asked you this before, but why do you love me so much as you do? Even now. Taking a deep breath, I think back to everything we've been through. Ultimately, my mind goes back to the very day we got together. There is something that Monika said back there that always kind of stuck with me. You let me be me. The more I think about it, I begin to realize that was also the case with me. I release my grip on Monika's hands and carefully rest them on her cheeks, much to her seeming surprise. I step slightly closer as I gently cup her face in my hands. Monika, before I met you, there was a lot about myself that I didn't really like. Hell, there still is. I'm still awkward. I'm not exactly the most physically fit. Honestly, I'm quite bland if you think about it. I give a nervous chuckle before I carry on. After the last school year ended, I kinda thought that'd be the last time we'd ever speak. Then I joined the club and we started talking again. In a way, it was like no time had passed. She smiles earnestly. With you, it felt like I could be myself. You didn't judge me for anything. I loved you for you, Atazoth. That's always been the case, and it's still the case now. She then tightly wraps her arms around me, causing me to quickly retract my hands. Quickly adjusting myself, I return her embrace. I lose track of how long we stay like this. You know? Side note, he's still bleeding out in the ambulance, and Sarah is fucking worried sick. Please don't exit music me. Please. Once more, it's just us and the breeze. Again, it's felt like ages since I've been able to do this. I speak in a soft, almost whispery tone. I wish I could stay. Upon hearing that, Monika sighs regretfully. I know you do, Atazoth, but you can't. It'd be selfish for me to keep you here. Besides, you still got people down there that care about you. My gaze momentarily diverts from hers. But what about you? Monika wraps her arms from around me and moves her hands to my cheeks. I'll just be watching over you from up here, and I promised you, when your time comes, I'll be right here waiting for you. My sweet Monika's once more. You mean that? Monika pulls my face closer to hers. She then speaks gently. I swear to you, we will see each other again. Woo! Bravo, Vince. Fucking I skipped accidentally. She gently pulls my face as close as it can get to hers and passionately presses her lips against mine. I have to be careful not to scream too much, cause I am not home alone, and if I attract my parents, it's gonna be really fucking awkward. To tell it, yeah, I'm cheering on. You do a visual novel going well. Also, I know, I'm professional as fuck. I need a thumbnail photo. So yeah. Yeah, the lads in the Discord must fucking hate me for this, but whatever. Whew, let's continue. As I settle into the kiss, my body starts to feel lighter. A sensation I can only describe as electrical surges through my body. Maybe he's getting resuscitated. They accompany that an overwhelming feeling of bliss and raptures both of us. It's peace, it's bliss, and at the same time the feeling provides me with a sense of hope. Hope that I will be able to carry on. Hope that I will be able to recover. I know that there is always going to be a part of me that longs for what could have been, and times where I wish she was still with me. If I can't live the rest of my life with Monika, then I'll live my life for her. Minutes pass by, and as they do, I start to feel another sensation. It almost feels like I'm drifting away. I start to become weightless. Eventually, I lose my hold on Monika and her fingers slip from my cheeks. It soon gets to a point where I'm surrounded by nothing but thick clouds. The only noise that I can hear are slowly approaching modulated beeps. The beeps gradually become clearer and clearer until eventually I wake up. Yes! I didn't get executed! When my eyes open, everything is initially quite blurry. My surroundings quickly become more visible. It doesn't take me too long to realize where I am. I gradually look towards both my chest and wounded arm. As I should have guessed from my location, I have an array of cables and tubes protruding from my body. 1,000 thoughts run in my mind in regards to what the doctors may have done to me whilst I was out. I shouldn't really dwell on it too much though. The important thing is that I'm still here. I then turn to my right. There, in a rather uncomfortable looking chair next to my bed, sits Sarah. Well, less sitting down, she's pretty much asleep. At least I think so. Regardless, I can't exactly blame her. God only knows how long she'd been awake. I whispered to myself, using Sarah as an internal muse. I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm more than certain I'll have plenty of time to apologize. I look away from Sarah and towards the small glass pane on the gloor. Ah, yes, the gloor. Every minute or two I can see people walking past the door. It seems quite busy out there, but I can't exactly be too certain. My attention is then brought back to Sarah as she lets a loud, albeit soft yawn. She stretches before opening her eyes and looking towards me. When our eyes meet mine, we simply stare at each other. She has a look on her face that I can't clearly make out. Is it surprise? Is it relief? I'm not entirely sure. As soon as that mild feeling of uncertainty starts to settle, a soft smile starts to form across Sarah's lips. It's a very relieved-looking smile. She gets up from her chair and starts walking towards me. She then speaks in a soft yet very audible whisper. You're finally awake. She's soon standing right by my bedside, her eyes underlined by tears. I can't help but crack a smile in return. You know, I'd hug you if it wasn't for all these cables. My voice sounds like my throat had been rammed with sandpaper. I know, Atazoth. I do too. Sarah falls silent as she seemingly contemplates. You're lucky to be alive, you know. The doctors say you got pretty deep. Definitely felt like it. I know. Sarah looks off to the side and sighs gently. She then looks back to me, uncertain of what to say. As always, I can't tell what she's thinking. There's my silence between us. Could she be waiting for me to say something? Whether she is or not, I think she's owed an explanation for what happened. I did bring her into it after all. I think I should explain myself. Sarah remains silent. I'm not even sure if I'm going about this the right way. Out of the blue, a smile finds its way onto Sarah's lips as she squeezes my shoulder. It's okay, Atazoth. You don't need to say anything. I look her in the eye in disbelief. That look quickly dissipates as Sarah's arm lowers until she's gently squeezing my hand in her own. No matter how long it takes, I'll get you the help you need. I know it's not gonna be easy. I know that too well. But, no matter how long it takes, I'm not gonna give up on you. I promise you that. Her sky blue eyes glisten with tears, still smiling gently. I smile back, whilst my own tears start to form. Again, I want so desperately to embrace her. I internally damn the cables that are practically holding me hostage, and then damn myself for being the reason I'm here. I squeeze Sari's hand in return. Just from that look in her eyes, I can tell she understands. I gotta check the time so we don't go overboard again. Oh good, 30 minutes only. Thank God. But in a way, she knows what I'm going through. I hope you cannot hear my neck snaps. And if you can, well, bother you. I can't keep her here though. You should probably get going. Huh? Could have worded better. Wouldn't it be better for you if I stayed here for a bit longer? Sorry, I'll be safe here. There'll probably be a nurse in to check up on me in a bit. Besides, you look bloody knackered. The British accent still fucking gets me. I know I certainly didn't help with that in the slightest. Also, I've got some stuff I wanna think about. It's okay, Atazoth. I understand. I can always visit later. Please do. So, I guess I'll see you later then. Maybe tomorrow. Why not? Yeah, tomorrow should be good. As Sarah goes to leave, a thought crosses my mind. To my slightly strained voice, I call out to her. Zam. Schizophrenic Sarah confirmed. Hey, Sarah? Hmm? If it's not too much to ask, could you let my mom know what happened? Atazoth. She already knows. The hospital asked if you had any relatives they could contact. I gave them your mom's number and... Thank you. You don't need to thank me. After one more smile between us, Sarah leaves. Once again, I'm alone. I lie back onto the bed. To no surprise, it's far from the comfiest thing in the world. But for now at least, it will have to do. Whilst I'm lying here and staring at the ceiling, I think back to before I woke up. Back to my conversation with Monika. Even though I know it wasn't real, well, not real in the traditional sense, but it felt real. However, one thing that sticks out to me is one of the thoughts I had before everything faded away. I'll live life for her. As I remember this, another smile forms across my lips. I internally promise myself that I will carry on. Why did I alt up? Fucking hell. It's not going to be easy in the slightest, but I've got people here for me. I can't let them down again. I will live on. I just need to take things one day at a time. 6 months later, that's not one day at a time, bro. Bloody hell. Wait, I gotta take a sip. Fucking hell, sorry. As my alarm blares, I groggily open my eyes. I sit up, stretch my arms, and yawn loudly, as I turn off the damned noise. I then check my phone. 7:30 a.m. Pulling my sheets off, I get up from my bed and head straight for the bathroom. I step towards the mirror and stop to look at my face. Before I shower, I should probably shave. Gotta look presentable for the girls. I grab the electric razor from the drawer and get to work. Good. It doesn't take me too long to finish up. After brushing off any remaining hairs, I get undressed and get ready to shower. As soon as the water is warmed up to my preferred temperature, I step in. Whilst the water soaks my skin, I think long and hard about today. It's a Saturday. In particular, is the 20th of January, my 19th birthday. If you were to go back to 6 months ago and tell me I would make it to 19, I probably would have called your bluff. Bloody hell. In retrospect, I'm glad I carried on in spite of everything. There were times where it was difficult, and God only knows there will be many more times like that, but I'm still here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Eventually, I stop the water and step out. After grabbing a towel, drying myself and wrapping it around my waist, I head back to my room. Upon heading back to my room, I start to walk towards the closet. Sari said that she was planning something special for me today with Natsuki and Yuri. Natsuki did seem pretty busy last night, so that checks out. That being said, I shouldn't really need to dress too fancy. I pull open the door and pull out a black shirt and some blue jeans. Is it generic? Obviously yes. But to some degree I wouldn't have it any other way. After I pull all my clothes on and make sure my hair is presentable enough, I head downstairs. When I get downstairs, my ears pick up the faint yet ever distinct rustling of plastic carrier bags. Seems like someone's awake. Morning, Nat. It's still kinda weird that Natsuki is actually living here, but I suppose that after 3 months you kinda get used to it. Morning! Energetic as ever, although the can of Star brand energy drink on the counter might be the reason for her energy at this time. Speaking of which, how long have you been up? You never up this early on the weekends. She scowls slightly. Oh well, here comes yet another comment about my snoring. I mean, I think since 6:30. Like I sorted out most of the food last night. All I had to do was pack everything and just finish a couple extra little bits. She certainly works fast. I mean, your snoring didn't help either, but that's a given. I roll my eyes with a smirk as Natsuki gives a cheeky giggle. Saw it coming from a mile away, but I'll let her have this one. Given what Sarah mentioned, coupled with all the food that Natsuki has seemingly made, it doesn't take me too long to put 2 and 2 together. So I'm guessing we're having a picnic? Yep. Now I know what you're thinking. It's the middle of January, Nat. I'm gonna be freezing my nuts off. At least Sarah's impression of me doesn't sound as nasal as Natsuki's. Not to mention it actually sounds like me. But it's meant to be pretty nice today. Plus, come on, it's her birthday. I grin at her like a damn idiot. She doesn't seem to mind though. You want me to help pack or anything? Nah, you're good. Besides, with your history of packing bags, I'd rather not, just to be on the safe side, you know? I say despite her having a fair point, I was never the best at packing. After I make myself a quick cup of coffee, I head to the living room. To pass the time, I end up channel surfing for a good while. Unsurprisingly, there doesn't seem to be much on at this time. I eventually just end up settling on a channel showing nothing more but game shows. It's 20 minutes. I'll do a quick check of something, and depending on that, we'll continue, so... Bye! Alright, lads. I checked how much content we have left. And yeah, don't worry, there's still about 2 episodes maybe? 1 or 2, max 3, so yeah, don't worry, we still got some content within. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Press like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.